In this video, I'm going to show you how to be more efficient when it comes to interior detailing, whether you're a beginner detailer or a pro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys, and if you are new here, I'm Randy with Beyond Limits of Palm Beach Mobile Detailing.
Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. Don't not get strained but straightening. You don't get shit straight, you don't straighten it.
So whether you are struggling to complete an interior detail in a timely manner or simply want to detail faster than you may already, it is key to understand that simply finishing or completing a detail in a faster time can certainly maximize your profitability possibilities. What do I mean by that, you may ask? Let me give you an example. If it takes you 3 hours to complete an interior detail on, say, a sedan, for example, a Toyota Camry, and you were charging, say, $200, you were making about $66 per hour. Now, if you were able to complete that detail on that same vehicle in a faster time, for example, 2 hours, you'd shift that to $100 per hour, overall increasing your hourly rate, and doing that by simply completing a vehicle in a much faster time. Now, technically, you could also charge $300 for that interior detail, assuming you're able to find the customers, spend the 3 hours you already take to complete that detail, and still fall in that $100 per hour category. But just imagine you combine both, being able to charge more and spending less time on a detail. Now you are really earning as much as you possibly can, being as profitable as possible. So what are the tips and tricks or the strategies in order to complete an interior detail specifically in a much faster time? Here are 10 tips that can benefit you as a detailer. Now, before we move forward with the video, guys, I want to take a brief moment to talk about Jobber. Jobber is an all-in-one software for home service businesses such as car detailing, pressure washing, housekeeping, landscaping, you name it. Jobber helps organize your entire operation from scheduling jobs, managing your crew if you happen to have employees, to invoicing customers and collecting the actual payments. So it definitely helps in bringing everything together, making your projects or jobs easy to manage, and most importantly, your customers' experience impeccable. I know many people starting off in mobile detailing or in any other home service business really struggle to find software for booking, for invoicing, for payment collection in the beginning, but luckily a great platform like Jobber has been designed for this exact reason. Definitely a game changer in my book. Using Jobber can help you save time and stress. So if you want to check it out, feel free to click the link down in the description, go.getjobber.com/detailingbeyondlimits. Using my link will allow you to receive a free 14-day trial and an exclusive discount of 20% off your first 6 months when you subscribe. So you're welcome, guys. Now back to the video. So tip number 1, and probably the most important one today, is to have a structure in place that you can follow on every single vehicle you work on. In other words, having a procedure or a sequence, completing a detail by following steps from beginning to end. So instead of always starting or detailing an interior randomly, you want to have almost like a checklist that will guide you throughout the detail, and as you keep repeating this process with time, you're able to master it, allowing you to only worry about physically working faster to complete the detail in a quicker time. And that leads me to tip number 2. In plain and simple words, you want to work at a faster pace. Once you know everything you have to do, how to do it, when to do it, you want to experiment with speeding things up while still being as effective as possible with the quality of the work you are putting out. If you really let the quality of your details start declining, then you have to stop and limit yourself to that sweet spot where your productivity meets your working pace. Tip number 3, having a kit that brings special attachments for your shop vac or vacuum in order to get into the nooks and crannies or the cracks and crevices you wouldn't be able to get to with just your standard vacuum attachment. This will help speed up your overall vacuuming instead of struggling all day trying to get dirt and debris out of certain areas. Now, tip number 4 definitely requires an investment, but having an air compressor in your arsenal could be a really big help, specifically when you are dealing with interiors. Nothing gets dirt out of tight places like using compressed air. And if you haven't done so, make sure you check out my last video where I show you one of the best air compressors any beginner detailer could start off with that can help improve your interior detailing jobs. Tip number 5, ideally, if you were to purchase a big enough air compressor, you'd be able to combine it with a cleaning gun like the famous Tornador that allows you to use your cleaning solution with compressed air to spot clean certain hard to reach areas, making cleaning the interior surfaces a breeze. It wouldn't only allow you to clean crevices where you can't reach my hand, but also the carpets, the plastics, and upholstery within the interior. Tip number 6, having another air tool such as the Vortex gun, which is a little different compared to the Tornador since it doesn't utilize water or cleaning solutions. It is just an air gun attachment that overall is used to get dirt out of carpet fiber so that you can later vacuum it with more ease. This tip alone could speed your entire interior detail by a significant amount, especially when you get the hang of it. Tip number 7, having a drill and drill brush attachments to clean carpets or floor mats much faster. Sometimes we are dealing with very sandy carpet floor mats, and instead of spending all day trying to vacuum it all up, we'd go ahead and use our drill brush attachments to agitate the mat and remove about 80% of the dirt and vacuum up the rest really quick afterwards. Also, if you happen to be removing stains or shampooing the seats, this is a great alternative to scrubbing the upholstery by hand with a regular brush, not only speeding up the process but also being more effective in getting the job done properly. Tip number 8 is having a pet hair remover attachment. When you are dealing with interiors that contain pet hair, getting rid of those hairs can be the lengthiest part of the detail. Having tools such as a lily brush or just a normal pet hair remover brush can really come in handy to remove all the pet hairs from inside of the vehicle as quick as possible. Tip number 9, using something like the Ninja Scrub Pad in order to agitate and clean your large area surfaces such as the dashboard or the doors, as opposed to using a detailing brush and having to spend more time cleaning it. And for that last tip of the day, guys, tip number 10, if you are stuck in a certain area that seems to be giving you a tough time, skip it for now, continue with the rest of the detail and come back to that at the very end when you have nothing else to complete. Sometimes we can all get caught up with a specific surface and trying to leave it as good as possible, but that unfortunately can hold you up and overall back up the entire detail. So again, skip it for the moment and come back to it at the very end. And another bonus tip, guys, would be to be aware of where all of your tools are at all times. So when you're working on a client's vehicle in their driveway, the last thing you want to do is spend a ton of time simply looking for a tool or a product you cannot find. This is where being organized comes into play. Not only does it help you be more efficient, but also helps you look more professional. A quick possible hack for this could be having a tool bag or a tool caddy that you could possibly place your main interior cleaners, your all-purpose cleaners, brushes, microfiber towels, and bring it with you inside of the vehicle when you are detailing and resort to it instead of keep going back and forth to your vehicle or your car setup during the duration of the detail. And one last thing, guys, that I've noticed can help a lot is when vacuuming, start off by doing the driver's side, since the driver's side tends to be the dirtiest part of a vehicle when compared to like the passenger or the rear seats. Usually in the beginning of a detail is when you as a detailer have the most energy. So if you're able to use the maximum energy on the dirtiest part of the vehicle, the other sections that are not as bad become easier or smoother to deal with throughout the job. There you guys have it. Those are 10 simple and easy tips or tricks that you can consider implementing into your detailing routine in order to be able to complete interior detail jobs at a faster rate. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments if any of these tips or tricks helped you out. That's gonna be a wrap for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and press that subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell button to join my notification squad. Don't forget to watch another video down here. As always, guys and girls, see you on the next one.